You're watching local coverage you can count on. This is Wayne 15 News at 6.
A much different weather story tonight than 24 hours ago.
We start our continuing coverage tonight with Chief Meteorologist Nicholas Ferrari. So what is the rain outlook now?
Well, there's more of it coming. Our flood risk remains high. This rain is going to continue to add up over the upcoming days because the system that affected us yesterday, it continues to affect us now. It's going to make a little bit of a move back to the north, sending rain in our direction for a number of hours tonight, tomorrow, even on Saturday, although there will be a few dry times. Here this evening, the rain that's out there generally will be light. There will be a few pockets of more moderate intensity rain, but we're not looking at severe weather like we experienced yesterday. Right now, rain ongoing in a lot of the area. There are only a few dry spots, but in most locations, the rain is very light in nature. This is what we're looking at over the next few days. By Saturday night, when the bulk of this rain is going to be done, we could pick up about an inch in Fort Wayne, lesser amounts under an inch to the north, but 1 to 3 inches possible from Van Wert down to Portland over to Hartford City and Marion. So you can certainly understand why our concerns for flooding are so high. Right now, 57 outside, winds blowing in from the west at 9 miles per hour, and temperatures falling into the 40s tonight. Ahead in your exclusive 10-day forecast, we'll time out the rain hour by hour and let you know how it's going to impact your weekend. Stay tuned.
High winds, heavy rain roared through northeast Indiana and northwest Ohio. We went out today to check on the damage left behind in Allen County. We found some flooding by Promenade Park and Sweeney Park. In Steuben County, some road closures due to downed wires. We saw a barn damage from last night's storm. In Ohio, Van Wert County Emergency Management confirms a tornado touched down on the southwest edge of the county. It was on the ground for 9 minutes.
It was just an absolute madhouse. Very loud.
I looked outside, man, I couldn't believe it.
The system of severe weather that hit us last night across the Hoosier State, leaving a statewide path of destruction. In west central Indiana, a suspected tornado tore through the small town of New Goshen, where people lost power and structures. No deaths were reported there. Then just north of Indianapolis in Carmel, video captures what appears to be a funnel cloud. That storm ripping off of a side of a building of an apartment complex, tossing metal and insulation. In Hendricks County, just south or northwest of Indianapolis, the National Weather Service confirming an EF2 tornado in Brownsburg there. A warehouse had a lot of damage. And west of Warsaw in Bourbon, we want to show you some helicopter video from WIOE and WGL radio. You can see several homes damaged there, a path of destruction left behind.
We are clear of severe weather for now, but the next system could be just around the corner. Get up-to-the-minute weather information with the free Wayne Weather app. Get out your smartphone, scan the QR code on your screen, and that will take you to our website to get the app, or you can download it from your app store.
PBS Fort Wayne was awarded a grant last year to upgrade its weather warning system, part of the network that keeps us all informed.
But now that nearly $200,000 from FEMA has been frozen. Wayne 15's Marcus Truccio tells us how the station planned to spend the money and what they're doing now without it.
Well, Dirk and Alyssa, the good news is that not receiving this grant money doesn't affect their current operations. The money would have been spent to prepare them for the future. Last year, they were told they were getting $185,000 to upgrade their WARN system. PBS WARN stands for Warning Alert Response Network. The system uses PBS stations' reach and reliability to provide a backup to emergency alerts that go through mobile phone carriers. The grant money would have gone toward the, quote, next generation warning system. PBS Fort Wayne General Manager Bruce Haynes describes this situation in which this would become handy.
We all carve out a small portion of our bandwidth so that we can be a backup to FEMA in the event that their delivery of wireless emergency alerts to cell phones, if there's any problem at their primary end, all stations can serve as that belt to their suspenders, and we can get that message out to cell phones by using our airwaves.
Instances where PBS would have to step in for the mobile phone carriers would be if a cybersecurity issue happened or internet service was disrupted. This was the type of grant where PBS would spend the money and get reimbursed by FEMA. Haynes says PBS had spent a few $1,000s that they have yet to be reimbursed for. Marcus Truccio, Wayne 15 News.
A ratified contract, a fair contract for both sides. That's what we're looking for.
Fighting for fair labor practices. United Rentals employees spent the afternoon picketing, claiming unfair labor practices. The local 103 has been on strike since the first of the month. A group of 9 in Fort Wayne is trying to get a contract ratified to go to the union. Picketers were rallying in front of United Rentals building in Fort Wayne and on the corner of Lima and Lay Roads. Similar displays are taking place in 3 other Indiana cities. The group feels they're underpaid and their benefits could be increased.
These guys are, they deserve a fair contract, and we've been in negotiations with United Rentals with this group of 9 guys for over a year now. The contract is really simplified. It shouldn't take a year to ratify a contract this small or a group this small. So we feel like they've really kicked the ball. And we want to get this deal done.
Wayne 15 has reached out to United Rentals for a statement, but have yet to hear back. You can learn more about the strike right now on Wayne.com. Stock markets taken a hit recently with major indices dropping and economic uncertainty.
But financial experts say now not the time to panic. Wayne 15's Mia Pettigrew explains why long-term investors may not need to worry. Mia.
That's right, Dirk Alyssa. If you've been watching the stock market, you've likely seen the drops and big swings shaking up portfolios. But while market dips can be nerve-wracking, financial experts say it's all a part of a cycle. Since the tariffs were announced late last month, the market has reacted with increased volatility. The S&P 500, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ have all seen significant drops in recent sessions, rattled by economic concerns and new trade policies. But experts say history shows that what goes down often comes back up.
We've been through periods of market stress before. Markets are very resilient. They come back. The upside is often much greater than the downside in terms of those snapbacks. But it just takes a little bit of patience. And the important thing is that, you got to have a shopping list ready. You've got to be able to act clearly, and you need to be able to buy really high quality businesses when they go on sale. That's the recipe for success. If you follow that recipe, I'm confident you will be successful in the long run.
Greg Reynolds with Reynolds Wealth Management advises investors not to react emotionally, but to check in with their financial advisors. He says understanding personal risk levels can help navigate short-term market turbulence. So while stocks may be down today, experts say patience and strategy often pay off in the long run. Mia Pettigrew, Wayne 15 News.
Still to come on Wayne 15's News at 6. An indoor adventure park is now open, and it might be just perfect for spring break. That story in about 7 minutes.
But first, new life for a piece of Fort Wayne history when your #1 News at 6 continues.
Is your heating system ready? Call your team at Fire and Ice. We'll come inspect your system and give you an honest assessment to get you ready for the heating season.
It's not rocket science, humans.
When it doesn't feel right, call Fire and Ice Heating and Cooling. It's a comfort thing.
When you donate